Hey everyone, I hope that you're having a great day. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video, as I'm just realizing how weird it looks so bright on my face. Anyways, we're listening to New Order. We're moving on to the next track, which is Ultraviolence, of course. Hope that you've enjoyed listening to them so far. I'm trying to get it exactly right. Anyways, you don't need perfect lighting. I don't need perfect lighting because when you walk in, you light up the room. Let's go ahead and listen to the track. We'll talk about it after. Here we go, guys. That's when you walk into the room. Love this mix of the real drums with the program. I love how the dynamic of the band really shines on this track. When it comes to the music, it's upbeats in a sense. It's darkly upbeat, we'll say. And then the way that, for example, Bernard is singing and the instrumentation to an extent is kind of like moody, right? I don't want to go as far as and say depressing, but it's definitely moody. And I think that the balance that the band has strucken, I think that the balance that the band has found when it comes to that kind of upbeat, pulsy, throbbing kind of underground dance club scene, and then lyrics that are moody, thoughtful, introspective, perhaps a little depressing, but very thoughtful at the same time. I think they strike a really good balance that shows on this particular track. I love how the drumming acoustically and the actual drum program intersect with each other. I also really enjoy how when Bernard is singing, he kind of But it was raining. It kind of sings back and forth with the bass on the verse. And one thing I really liked was actually in the very first two lines, that he sings, he just repeats the same line, "Who saw those dark eyes?" But the first time he sings it, it's very much up here. He kind of cries it out a little bit more. But the second time that he sings it, just right after, it's more sullen. There's a little bit of a hesitation, a sadness that follows. So I think it's kind of interesting how he's capturing those two emotions just right off the bat in those two lines the same way. Actually, I think it is raining. Which I thought that was really cool, how he does that. And everything else I really enjoy. I just really think that the dynamic that the band has that's shown in this track is really cool. Who saw those dark eyes? Who saw those dark eyes? These years gone by, deep within, burn my skin. All those years gone by in the heat of the night. Who felt those cold hands? Who felt those cold hands? Touched my skin. Deep within, burn my soul. Fell to the ground where I was found all those years ago. So we're looking back, there's a memory going on, and I like the lyrics, how they change between the two verses. The first one he says, deep within, burn my skin. The next one he says, touch my skin, deep within. And then he says, burn my soul. So there's this kind of physical touch, which has different effects, but then it goes deeper into, as he says, his soul, deep within. Everybody makes mistakes, even me. Just be free. This is a place where in the end, it happens in our world within. Time to go, time to go. So it's regret. It's, like he says, everybody makes mistakes, but, I was hurt. You were hurt. Can we move on? Can we find our place and move on from this? Like he says, all those years ago. And then he says, time to go. Time to, what I imagine is, move on. But then the song is called Ultraviolence. When I think ultraviolence, I'm thinking of violence like deep violence, right? So ultraviolence could be deeper than a physical violence, could be an emotional violence. I'm just throwing it out there. Let me know what you guys thought of the track in the comments below. You can follow me on Twitter, support the channel on Patreon. Thank you as always so much for being here. Come back tomorrow, and I hope you have a great day, guys. Bye.